Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Miranda Moon Magic. My name's Miranda and this is Puff. Say hi, Puff. Okay, bye, Puff. So this reading is for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the year of 2020. This reading is going to look at love, career, general stuff, anything that comes through, nothing specific. I do recommend you guys, if you're more interested in love, you check out your Venus sign. More interested in emotional stuff like internal, I recommend that you guys check out your moon sign, just generally sun sign, and then your rising sign for external stuff outside of yourself. So other people, how they're going to act around you and anything like that. So yeah, I'm just going to start by pulling a few oracle cards. I did in my meditation get a few words that I wanted to talk about. I got the word purposeful, success, trusting alternative routes, and I got the color blue, so your throat chakra, and blue's right here too. So I feel like you guys, in whatever you're doing this year, you're going to be very on track. But I do feel like you need to be open to any sort of little twist and turn along the way. You're going to be very you're going to have the blinders on, it feels like, and you need to be open to alternative routes, especially in love is what I was getting. I feel like this year you guys are really going to want to manifest a specific person or manifest a specific soulmate. Maybe you guys are trying to manifest a twin flame, and I recommend that you guys aren't so specific with that. So if you're trying to manifest a specific person, I would say maybe try to be a little bit more open and rather say somebody that's meant for you, because when you have expectations like that, I do feel like there's gonna be other people that need to come in before somebody that you want to manifest. Maybe you're feeling this energy because there is something to do with them, but maybe timing is very important right now, and it's not right now that that specific person needs to come in. Maybe you need to learn another lesson first. I feel like you guys need to speak your mind this year, which I don't think is going to be hard for you guys to speak your mind, but also listening. You can be yourself, break rules, just break expectations of other people. You can be that way, but at the same time, be open to listening to other people and maybe taking some of their advice. I think you will have people in your life that are going to give you genuine advice, but you're also going to have quote unquote haters this year. So I think determining who's actually trying to be helpful and who's just hating and being rude is really important. I think you guys are going to be able to distinguish the difference between the two, but even the people that are being helpful could come about it in a not so nice way. So being open and listening to them is important. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull an oracle card for each quarter of the year. So first 3 months, second, third, fourth. And then I'm going to pull another oracle card from a different deck just to get the general energies of each quarter of the month for you guys. And then I'm going to pull a tarot card for each month. So just the general energies. I do feel like anything that you guys want this year, you're going to get, but you just have to be more open is what I was trying to say. I feel like you guys, your action is going to be very purposeful this year with the word I got, purposeful. It's going to be everything that you're going to be doing is going to be for a reason. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the first quarter of the year of 2020. Oh, okay. So I got the 8th house for the first quarter. This card also flew out, but it was face down. Neptune card. So for the second quarter, Capricorn, second quarter, Virgo, or sixth house routine. I'm sorry, Virgo. Some of you guys might have Virgo in your chart or be dealing with a Virgo because I said Virgo. Yeah. Third quarter, desire. Something romantic could be happening the third quarter. And then I have you guys on the bottom of the deck, Capricorn. And then fourth quarter for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the year 2020. And I have Grand Trine blessings. Okay. So I'm just going to pull another oracle card, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the oracle energies, and then get onto the tarot cards. First quarter. Oh, okay, so the new moon card tried to flip out. I will say, if you guys are watching this when I post it, which is in December of 2019, there's going to be a new moon on the 26th of December. That new moon could be really pivotal for you guys going into the new year. It could bring about a lot of change, fear with whatever new beginning you're going into, but the underlying energy is change. Okay, so first quarter 2020 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First quarter for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Puffy, what are you doing? First quarter for Capricorn. Puffy. First quarter for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, so I'm just going to take this card then, because it came out 2 times with a bunch of other cards, but on the top of the stack. So surrender. For the first quarter of the year, I think you guys might be feeling a little stuck with these energies coming out. You guys are wanting to control the situation or control the ending or anything that's happening. And it's like, oh my gosh, we're at the beginning of the year, beginning of the decade. It's 2020. I'm hoping for this good, powerful, beautiful change. But at the beginning of the year, I'm getting all this shadow work that I need to do and all this transformation and hard stuff to deal with, all these negative memories coming up. This could be you guys wanting something or expecting something to be different and it actually not being. This could be, like I was saying, the alternative routes that are coming in that you guys need to be open to. With surrender, I think you guys need to surrender control and allow whatever the universe is trying to bring into you to come in. You can't control the universe, I think. And you guys are going to want to. You guys are going to want to control the situations and to understand everything about what's happening. And it might not be until after that you're fully able to understand what's happening. This is a lot of change, a lot of tough change, a lot of needing to trust and just, needing to trust, surrendering control. I also see with this, you guys maybe needing to do some meditation, doing some shadow work, listening to your dreams is also what I feel. Releasing expectations, because I don't think the beginning of the year is going to be exactly what you guys hope for. If you guys are like looking online, like Twitter and Tumblr, Instagram, it's like you guys are seeing all these posts of like 2020 is going to be the most amazing year. This is going to be a huge shift. And we always say that, right? We always say this next year is going to be a huge change and it's going to be amazing and beautiful and like no other. But I don't think you guys need to come into this year with that perspective. It's going to be a beautiful year for you guys. Look at what you have at the end. You have blessings at the end of the year. But I feel like the beginning of the year is going to be about a shift so that the rest of the year is beautiful, and you guys need to be open to that and not so stuck in expecting one thing to happen, remaining open to changes. You could, with Wolf on the bottom of the deck, I feel this like you guys could take these things that are happening that might be a little bit negative on the surface but are coming to you for a lesson. I also saw 1111 on my timer on the camera. 1111 might be something you've been seeing a lot lately. Maybe you're like wishing for something, and then when that wish doesn't happen at the beginning of the year or exactly how you want it to, you get all in your head and upset. And remaining open to change is really important. You guys could take this change in stride and be like, okay, this is happening to teach me a lesson. I might not understand it yet. This is difficult, whatever's happening, but I know it's happening for a reason. Or you could completely shut down and be like, screw you, screw everybody, screw the situation. I'm tired. I don't want this person to come back into my life. I don't want this bad person to be saying the things they're saying to me. I don't want this to be happening. But it's happening to teach you a lesson. And that's the most important thing, I feel like. Okay, so the second quarter this year for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Realization. With 6th house routine. These two cards are also 3. I have 3 and 30, so 333 could be a number you guys are seeing a lot during this time. I feel like you guys in the second quarter of this year are realizing that, you know what this is making me think of? You know that Kylie Jenner video where she's like, this year I feel like it's just been about realizing things and just like realizing. She says like realizing 18 times. Anyway, that's exaggeration. But anyway, I feel like this year is going to be about realizing how to do things, you know? How to be open. Just how to do, I feel like you're just learning how to live, learning about yourself and how you need to use the law of attraction. You could be trying to manifest something specific or manifest something in a way that you watched a YouTube video about and that's just not working for you guys and you're confused about why it's not, but you're figuring out, you're realizing how you guys need to do it. It could be writing stuff down, journaling every day, learning about how you need to do a routine. It's like, it could be hard for you guys to have a routine and do things in the way that you feel like people are expecting you to do things. If you guys are in school, this could be like you see everybody with a planner. Everybody has a planner. Everyone seems like they're doing something one way and you're like, that just doesn't work for me. I need to figure out what works for me. And it feels like in the second quarter of the year, you guys are just figuring out what works for you, whether it be using the law of attraction, being in school, about yourself, your own spirituality, how you need to help yourself and any anxieties you're having, any negative things that are happening. All this stress that's happening in the beginning of the year, it feels like you're realizing how you need to handle that stress during the second quarter of the year. I have sovereignty on the bottom of the deck, Queen of the Moon. I think you're being patient with yourself the second quarter of the year. You're realizing that everything can't happen a certain way and you're needing to be open to that, and you're like, okay, fine, I need to be open, I'm gonna be open. So third quarter, I got growth with fire element, desire. I think the third quarter of the year, I mean, I see a natural progression here. I see you guys being all stressed out. Things aren't happening my way. Okay, I need to be open. And then once you realize that you need to be open, and that everything you expect isn't going to happen exactly the way that you had wished it would or planned it would. I think once you realize that, and once you accept that, that's when growth is going to happen this year. That's when you're going to actually start seeing change and new beginnings. I think this is a new beginning that you guys are really wanting from the beginning of the year, but it's just not happening, or not in the way you guys wanted to. And it's going to start happening in the third quarter of the year, it feels like, when you guys release control. This is just a whole big lesson of releasing control in the beginning of the year, it feels like. And this could be love related. This, like I said before, this could be wanting to manifest someone, and then you manifest someone, turns out it's not exactly how you thought it would be. You get all in your head, you get all stressed out. You're like, why the heck did the universe do that? Well, it was to teach you lessons, and also to help you learn to release control. So I feel like this change, the actual change, the change within yourself, is happening at the beginning of the year, but then actual physical change in your environment and growth within yourself is happening the third quarter of the year. Balance on the bottom of the deck. You guys are balancing your mind, expectations, and reality in your head, and what you can see with your eyes. You guys are learning to balance that, and it's not always what you can see. There's sometimes major, huge reasons that maybe the universe isn't showing you right now that things are happening. There's always a reason. Always a reason. And if there's not a reason when it happens, the universe makes a reason. The universe says, okay, this is happening. Not really in my plan, but I'm going to teach you a lesson with that. Let's say, okay, fourth quarter of the year, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, okay. So fourth quarter of the year, Grand Trine, blessings and attraction. You guys, this is strong law of attraction energy. This is whatever you've been wishing for throughout the year, whatever you've been hoping would happen from the beginning of the year, even 2019, all that you've been wishing for is coming to fruition at the end of the year. All this is happening. This is so, it's like, it's all coming in at once. It's like I've been wishing and wishing and wishing, and this has been a whole process of growth within myself, and I haven't seen anything happen with my eyes yet, but this is it happening with your eyes. This is you seeing it and being so grateful. Love related, again, this could be career, this could be any blessing. I mean, anything you have in mind when I'm saying blessing is what this is. Anything you've been wishing for from 2019, the end of 2019 to the beginning of the year, this is what that is. And on the bottom I have blossoming, growing into the person that you're supposed to be. 333, again, could be a number you see throughout the year. I see a lot of threes here. Also, because I saw 11 on the timer, that number too. Oops. Okay, onto the tarot cards. So I'm going to pull one tarot card for each month of the year, just the general energies. I'm just using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. Okay, so January 2020, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The World. Okay. This is funny because I keep getting this card for myself and other people for the beginning of the year. It's like you guys are coming into this year just feeling like a whole chapter has closed out. You guys are ending 2019. It's a beautiful ending. It feels very like, it feels like a chapter closing. And again, it is. It's the end of a decade. It's a chapter closing. You guys are successfully ending this decade. I recommend you guys to maybe look at the beginning of the decade, like 2010, and realize a lot now, and take notice of how much change has happened in your life in 10 years. 10 years is so much. Maybe go in like a photo album, look at 2010 for you guys, look at some pictures and go back and kind of reminisce about what happened in this decade and look at how far you've come, how much you've done, all the growth that's happened. Three of Pentacles on the bottom. The imagery of this just makes me look like you guys, maybe with your family, this holiday, you guys are looking at pictures and you're just reminiscing about the last decade. You're like, wow, we really came a long way. I love that. Okay, so February 2020. The Lovers just tried to come out. February 2020 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. February. The Sun. Okay, so this is really interesting because I have this in your head energy, but it seems like what you're projecting is not what you're feeling inside. What you're projecting is so much, and there could be so much positive going on around you in February, but you're just stuck in your head and maybe not seeing the positives. This could also be you, because you have these expectations and you're not seeing exactly what you want, getting kind of in your head and like you're ignoring all the beautiful things that are happening in your life. And I feel like you need to recognize in February, recognize and realize in February how much that's going on in your life is positive and be grateful for that. If you guys journal, write down the positives, write down everything that's happening that you're grateful for in your life in February. Because there are so many things happening that you need to be grateful for. I feel like family is a huge thing for you guys. You guys could be coming together with family, but it's like you have this secret. You guys are really struggling internally and you feel like you can't speak about it because maybe they wouldn't understand. I feel like they would understand, but I understand the need to want to keep it secret and just deal with all that's going on internally. If you have one trusted friend that you really trust and love, I do recommend at least talking about it with them, bringing something up, because I think that could help you to talk to at least one person. I definitely understand not wanting to talk to people and kind of isolate yourself though. Don't get too in your head, because I think everything that's going on with you right now that feels so stressful and like so much, you're just in your head. It's like you're making this small thing that's happening, this small problem, 8,000 times larger than it actually is and 8,000 times more confusing than it needs to be. It doesn't have to be so confusing and so hard to understand. But it's just like there's so many emotions behind it that you're not processing in the way you need to. Speaking your mind, again with the blue chakra that I spoke about earlier in the reading, I think speaking your mind is really important. Telling people how you feel. Also, if you like talk, this is weird, but if like you look in the mirror, I never told people to do this before. I don't know why I'm doing that now. If you're looking in the mirror and you're like looking at yourself, I would recommend maybe talking to yourself, telling yourself how beautiful you are, how many positive things are going on in your life, and also talking to the mirror as if it's someone else about your problems. That could, sometimes hearing something really helps you to understand it more and give you a better perspective, a different perspective. March 2020. March 2020. So 6 of Cups and the Lovers tried to come out again. So it feels like you guys are really trying to manifest love. But I'm going to take this one. So Queen of Pentacles. Talking to a female authority figure. This could be an aunt, this could be your mom, someone you really trust, maybe older than you. Talking to that person in March could really help you. You feel like they wouldn't understand. This is an old friend, maybe an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that you're talking to. An old friend could be, I'm getting the story that it's like you're talking to someone about this problem that your friend is dealing with, but you don't tell them it's you that's actually dealing with this, so that they're able to give you their completely unbiased thoughts about what's going on. It's like, so my friend is dealing with this and they're feeling really down about it, but you're really talking about yourself. So that could be what you're doing. Maybe you're not telling this person that it's actually you that feels that way, but you're sending hints. You're not being straightforward. But this is a stable, feminine figure, I think, in your life that you're talking to and you're able to come to and trust. Doesn't have to be female. Again, feminine, maternal energy, though. March, April 2020. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2020. 5 of Pentacles. So this was trying to come out as I was shuffling the tarot cards in the beginning. I feel like this is just feeling lost. Maybe this person doesn't tell you what you want to hear or something that really makes sense to you, and you get in your head about it. You're feeling lost about it. This could also be if you guys are going to school in April, if you guys are starting this work, this career or something, it not panning out exactly how you had in mind with the 6th house routine. This could also go back to maybe you seeing how other people are organizing and doing routines and not really understanding why it's not working for you when you see it working for other people. Needing to balance. I also heard needing to balance work life and social life. So maybe you guys are having a hard time balancing your work or school. Maybe schoolwork is really piling up right now. It is April. This is April, so I don't know when like certain tests happen in the school year, but this could be like maybe a really important exam you guys are studying for, and that's like taking all your time, and you're getting really in your head because you don't have any time for anything social or to do anything that you actually like. Maybe this could be even figuring out a routine that you guys could do at the end of the night to wind down. Journaling, like I said before, with the 6th house card, I get a lot of journaling, meditation, just a wind down. You know, an exercise when you're supposed to do a warm up and a cool down to get your body started and then ended, so you don't like strain a muscle. I feel like you need to do that spiritually and mentally. Doing like a warm up at the beginning of the day, maybe getting your coffee, getting a little routine going, and then a cool down at the end of the day. Don't just go all in your work, all in your work, because you guys would. You're a Capricorn. You would do everything way too much, and like you have to be perfect. Purposeful, again, beginning of the reading, the meditation, I got the word purposeful. You're taking everything very seriously this year. And you should be taking it seriously. It's very important. But I feel like you guys needing a cool down at the end of the day, not just being in your work and then closing up your notebook, putting it to the side of your bed, closing up your laptop after you just typed 5 pages of a paper, and then going to sleep, and that just stress lingering. I feel like you guys need to maybe do some meditation, some journaling, something you guys actually enjoy, even if it's like for 10 minutes at the end of the night. I think that will really help you guys get out of the mindset of stress and into calmer waters, with temperance waters, balancing your emotions. And then 2 of Pentacles under that, balance again. Some of you guys might even be trying to balance between your work and school, or work and some sort of entrepreneur business you guys are starting. Again, this could be social life and work, or social life and school too. February, March, April, May. Okay, May 2020. That was quick. So 10 of Cups. This is family. Feeling like you need emotional security. Oh, and Temperance on the bottom of the deck again. Very interesting. So balancing, this could even be balancing like social and family life, you know? If you have friends that you're extra into, and I keep forgetting, January, February, March, April, May. If you have extra friends that you're making in May and you're kind of forgetting about your family, this could be a reminder to spend time with your family, and maybe have a good movie night on Saturday. Go out to dinner. This could be, maybe you're making a promise with your family, like every Friday we're going to go out to dinner, we're going to have a conversation, or every Sunday we're going to cook and we're going to have that day to us. That could be, again, with 2 of Pentacles under that again. This could even be balancing family and work. It's like you could be working, or going to school, making that everything you're dealing with, and then kind of like putting your family on the back burner, not spending enough time with your family. Or even this, if this is your kitty, maybe you're like, oh, I'm really like not spending enough time with my kitty. I'm like gone all the time. She's just at home. She's bored. I feel so bad. This could be learning how to balance that as well. Setting a good routine. Second quarter is all about setting a routine. Not making that such a rigid routine, like I have to do this hour, but like an idea of a schedule. It's like you're setting a schedule. June 2020, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2020. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2020. Okay. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2020. Too many cards. I did see before the 3 of Cups and the Moon, so it's like you guys are keeping secrets from friends maybe. You're really just struggling with all this you're struggling with internally. So for June 2020, I have the 4 of Pentacles. So you guys could be dealing with some money troubles in June 2020. Maybe, I mean, this could be maybe cutting down your hours at work because you know that you need more time for your family, but then in turn being like super stressed about money and like super in your head about it. Like, I'm not going to have enough. I'm not going to have much or enough. I just feeling, you could just be feeling very in your head, very like you're in an unstable situation with money in June. I would say don't project that or allow other people to project their money problems onto you, because that could just create a stressful environment that, I mean, your original goal was to spend more time with your family, but now it's like you're extra stressed about money, and it's like you're projecting that stress onto them, and that's not helping the situation at all. You're not getting the results that you're going to want. This could also be cutting down your hours at work in order to focus on starting a new business that you're wanting to start, but then not having enough money and getting all in your head and stressed about it as well. Trusting your intuition is really important as well this month. I think whatever you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, but you're in your head about it again. You're not trusting that money is going to come. You're just very in your head with what you can see. It's like you're looking at your bank account and you're not seeing the number that you know you need to see. And it's like, but you need to like invest in your future, whether it be emotionally, physically, starting a new business, investing time into this new thing, and maybe that causing money to go down a little bit for a second, but it will go up in the long run. I also saw 5:55 on my timer, so change happening this month. Going into July, I feel like there's going to be a shift for you guys. July 2020. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. July 2020. Okay. So I have the 9 of Swords in July 2020. You guys are going to be very stressed out. This new beginning, it's like you're passionate about it, you're feeling very good about it. Also, I just noticed, because I saw 5:55, the growth card is 5. So this is change. This change is going to be stressful. It's going to really shake up your environment. It feels like maybe you guys are moving. Maybe you guys need to kind of downsize, sell some of your stuff. This could be, you're just feeling very anxious and in your head. It feels like your routine that you created a few months back is really shaken. And it's like this routine that I worked so hard on. I tried to make it be perfect, and it's just not working now. And it's like, what do I do? I'm so in my head. I'm so stressed about money, my family. You're not trusting that through negative things come beautiful lessons and also change. You're not trusting that we go up and down, right? This is all about a circle. So you might have been up here at the beginning of the year physically, like feeling abundant, feeling like all these good things are happening around you. You could be in your head a little bit, but the beginning of the year, you're doing good. Mid-year, you kind of go down here, and then where do we go from there? Go back up again. You're not trusting that you're going to go back up after this little downswing. It's making me think, you know, at the fair, sometimes they have those like rides that go like this. Like the ships, sometimes they are like a pirate ship, and it goes up and then it goes back down and up again. And it's like the more it goes, the longer it stays up. So it's like these little struggles that you've been dealing with throughout the year. It feels like the positives are less, but throughout the year, it's like the positives are going to get greater and greater and stay there for longer and longer. It's like this. It goes slow at the beginning. I mean, the top, it goes really slow, but then at the bottom, it goes quick. So it's like these little dips are going to be lesser and lesser as the year goes on. I hope you guys know what I mean with that ride, you know, the swingy one. The swingy one. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August 2020. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. August 2020 for Capricorn. Ace of Cups. Here's that positive I was talking about. It feels like finally this new beginning is starting. This is going to make you feel way more emotionally secure as well as physically. It's like all this work you've been putting in, finally, it's like, finally I see growth happening, and it's going to come all at once. What did I say at the beginning? It's like all this growth happens all at once at the beginning of at the end of the year. Whereas at the beginning, you felt very stuck and in your head and like, how is this going to all change? But look at all the lessons you've learned throughout the year to get to this point. It's like if I just got to this point right away, I wouldn't know how to deal with it because I didn't learn all these lessons. Very beautiful. This could be work related, again, emotional. This could be somebody coming in love, the Ace of Cups, love. This could be you're meeting somebody in August. Also, I mentioned the fair. I feel like, when does the fair happen? That usually is September, October. Maybe you're like going to be going to the fair with this person. Maybe you meet someone at like an event at the end of the year. I mean, like school year. If maybe somebody's in school, this could be meeting somebody near the end of all the stressful stuff happening, and it's like you think about it and you're like, wow, the timing was so perfect after all. Why did I question it? Why was I like so in my head about it? Because if this person came in right now, like at the beginning of the year, I wouldn't have time and it wouldn't work out. So timing is so huge. Trusting timing in the universe. August, September. So I have the 9 of Wands for September 2020. This could be you feeling a little bit on the defensive. It's like it's almost like all these good things are happening and it's like, this is way too good to be true. Like, how is all this good happening right now? And you're like, you could build your walls up and you're like, I don't trust it. Like, I don't trust this person coming into my life. Like, how are they so perfect? I don't trust this job, this career, this just like spike in everything going up. It's like you're very in your head about it and you're putting up your walls and you're being defensive. And you're like, I don't understand why all this good is happening. What did I do? And I mean, you deserved it. This is stability. This is family, feeling secure in your environment. This is beautiful. There's no reason to be defensive because you've been through it this year. I mean, in 2020, you're going to go through it. You're going to have so many ups and downs, swings. And I feel like you guys really deserve it. So don't question. Don't question when the universe is giving you such a beautiful blessing. You know, accept it, say thankful, say thank you, be grateful, and accept it. I feel like there's no reason to be scared. And that fear could kind of make you put the blinders on and not trust something that is really beautiful. So October 2020. The High Priestess. Trusting what's going on right now. Like I said just then, putting the blinders on. I feel like you guys might not see something exactly. It's like, why is this happening? Give me a reason. The universe isn't giving you a reason. And you're like, why isn't the universe giving me a reason? I need to know. Capricorns, you just need to know, you know? And you're not seeing a reason with your eyes. So maybe that's giving you reason to disbelieve what's happening. But trusting in the universe, this is a major spiritual, from July to October, this is a major spiritual shift and a shift in your environment that you need to trust and allow to happen, because it is a beautiful change. You're not seeing exactly why it's happening right now or exactly what it's doing or where it's going. You could be feeling kind of like it's just there and what do I do with this? The universe is going to show you later. Not right now. You just need to trust. I feels like with the Queen of Wands, and then I also have the Two of Pentacles and Two of Cups, it feels like a change in your career or environment, and at the same time, this new love comes in. It feels like maybe, I mean, if you're single, of course, but it feels like you could meet this new person at this new career you're starting, or through this new career you're starting, new entrepreneur business. Trusting your spirit guides, trusting the universe, knowing that they're there and they're guiding everything, even if you can't see it or know why it's happening exactly, knowing that they're guiding everything and they're moving you physically into something beautiful. November 2020, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, November 2020. You might also, in October, be asking intuitive readers or watching some pick a card readings or readings on YouTube, because you're trying to understand why something's happening, and it's like you're not getting an answer. The more you ask or the more readings you get, you're not getting an answer, because you're not supposed to be getting an answer. And any answer you do get, it's like, is that really true? Is that really true? And it might not be. Humans are humans. They make mistakes too, or they try to give you an answer because you're asking for an answer so intensely, and it's like you really want to answer, so it's like, I'm just gonna say this. Beautiful. The Magician for November 2020 with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is everything you've been wishing for and manifesting throughout the year is happening now. All these blessings. Or if it's not physically happening, you're acting as if it's happening, and you're really understanding the law of attraction now, and that you have to be so grateful and ask for everything to happen for it to happen. Ace of Pentacles feels like a physical new beginning though. So this could be a new beginning in career. So many new things happening, more money. Maybe you guys are getting a raise, or you guys, it's like all this work you've been putting in career, maybe starting something new throughout these past months is finally paying off. It's like I put so much work in, I've had to be patient. Money hasn't happened right away, but through the work that I've put in, also trusting timing again with the High Priestess in October, trusting the timing of everything, and knowing that when you start something, it's not successful right away. Anyone who creates something successful, it has to get there. There has to be a progression. For most people, it doesn't happen right away when it's something stable and something that's going to last. And reminding yourself that is really important throughout the year, because I think this new beginning and this shift, whether it be money, you're getting money where you didn't before, you're getting recognition where you weren't before, you're getting what you wished for that you can physically see. It's like you have all the tools. I noticed with this Magician card too, that she has all the tools for what she's doing. This could also be just putting it into action. Any fears that you might have had, any setbacks, just starting. It's going to be good. It's going to be fine. There's no reason to be scared. The Death card under the Ace of Pentacles, this represents kind of the shift that's had to happen in the spiritual world for your spirit guides. Also timing. It's like the rope. I don't know if you guys can see, but the rope here, he's cut the rope and it's starting to break. It's like the timing, it's maybe taken a while for this rope to unravel and for the timing for things to happen, but it's been happening on a level that you guys can't see. So this ending, new beginning, again, coming back to the beginning of the year, it's like the endings happened at the beginning of the year, and this whole transformation happened throughout. And then it's like the beginnings are happening at the end of the year. I hope I said that right. Endings happening at the beginning, transformation, and beginnings happening at the ending. So that's kind of interesting for you guys. It's a little backwards, but it's like you're expecting it to be the right side. But when it turns out to be backwards, you're like, what? But it happened for a reason. Again, timing. December 2020. December 2020 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. I'm going to take this one. Page of Wands. A new path. This is like, I don't know if you guys can see, but the kitty there, it's like, she's saying, come on, hurry up. Come down this new path with me. It's like you're eager for this new adventure you're starting. I think it's funny because this is on the bottom of the deck in the last month, and it was also on the bottom of the deck in the first month, I think. So it's like there's a huge shift throughout this year. This year is going to be a huge shift in like career. Isn't this year number in numerology, isn't it 4? And that's like career and progression. So I feel like some of you guys might have a life path number 4 as well. You guys might see 444 at the end of the year. I have 4, 4, and 4 here. This ending of this year is going to be so beautiful, and so much is going to be happening. This new path, it's like you couldn't see it at the beginning of the year. There was this ending happening. You don't know where it's taking you. You have this major transformation throughout the year. You're figuring everything out. You're realizing 2020 is going to be a year of realizing things and just realizing stuff. Yeah, you're realizing. I might title this video that, realizing things. So yeah, it's beautiful. And this, like, you're reminiscing again on the past and where you came from at the beginning of the year, and you're like, wow, I really did that. I really got to where I needed to be, and I learned so much, and it just feels like such a positive ending to the year. You're getting it. You're understanding everything. That was beautiful. Okay, so I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it was able to give you some clarity on this new year. I hope it didn't scare you too much. I know my readings a lot of times, my spirit guides love to give my readings they love for me to read with a lot of guidance, and sometimes what comes across is really negative and I don't sugarcoat things. So I hope you guys were able to see that and you were able to get good advice for this new year. And I hope it makes you excited for the end of the year. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I love this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy 2020. Bye.